Many theories say there exists a train that only runs between 4:12 and 4:17 a.m. It doesn't appear on any schedule, it's not found on any map, and if you ever see its headlights outside your window, even if you don't live near tracks, you must not look directly at it, because it means you've been chosen, and your stop is not in this world. In 2004, a man named Jared, a 27-year-old college dropout from New Orleans, had just fallen asleep after a long night of editing. It was exactly 4:13 a.m. when he heard it, the low rumble of a train outside his suburban window. Odd, there were no tracks within 10 miles. He got up and walked to the window, but what he saw didn't make sense. A narrow railway, surrounded by fog, running right through his street, and a black train, silent, not moving, just waiting. Without realizing, he opened the door and stepped out. The moment his foot touched the sidewalk, he blinked, and the world around him changed. He was now standing at a dim, flickering station. The signs were all blank. The loudspeakers whispered in a language he couldn't understand, and the people standing around him had no faces, just skin, smooth, expressionless. He turned to go back, but the door was gone. His house, his street, the train, everything behind him had vanished. Just endless tracks and a soft, pulsing hum. Then he heard it, a soft bell chime. The faceless people turned their heads all at once toward a tunnel up ahead. That's when he saw it. The real train was coming, but this time, it wasn't empty. Inside were passengers, all staring directly at him. And their faces were all his, different versions, some older, some injured, some rotting. He wanted to scream, but no sound came out. The train screeched to a stop. Its doors opened. No one exited, but one seat inside began to glow. It had his name on it. He stepped forward, but something inside him screamed to turn back. That's when he saw it, on the wall beside him, scratched in red ink. "If you see yourself, run." But he was too late. One of the Jareds stepped out. This version looked calm, but wrong. Its eyes didn't blink, its smile never moved, and it spoke without opening its mouth.
"Come sit. You have done enough thinking."
Jared turned and ran. He didn't know where to go. The tracks looped endlessly. The sky never changed. Time was frozen, except for him. And the rules? He only remembered them too late. Rule number 1, never enter a train that's not moving. It's waiting for you, not with you. Rule number 2, if you see yourself inside, that version has already replaced you in the real world. Rule number 3, do not speak to the conductors. They remember every word and every lie. Rule number 4, the louder the train gets, the closer your mind is to fracturing. Rule 5, if you ever find your seat glowing, sit only if you remember your mother's last words. If you don't, it isn't really your seat. Jared tried everything, jumping tracks, whispering his name backward, covering his ears to block the train's sound, but nothing worked. And then, just as the other Jared caught up to him, everything stopped. He woke up on his couch, panting, sweating. It was 4:18 a.m. Was it a dream? He walked to his mirror to wash his face, but his reflection didn't follow. It just smiled and whispered,
"You took too long."
Since then, Jared's never been the same. He walks like someone else, he talks like someone else, and he never sleeps between 4 and 5 a.m. But Jared wasn't the only one. Another case was reported in 2011. A girl named Lonnie from Seoul. She boarded the 412 train while dreaming of her dead sister, but the train she boarded had no exit, only whispers and messages written in her sister's handwriting. She tried opening one of the letters, and what she saw was really unsettling. It was a message written in red ink, saying, "You are not alone." She immediately dropped the letter and tried to find an exit, but all her effort was just a waste of energy. She didn't follow the rules, and now she's stuck, and another version of Lonnie will take her place in the real world. But that's a story for another night. So if you ever hear train tracks echoing through your walls in the early hours of the morning, close your eyes, cover your ears, and do not respond if someone calls your name in your own voice. Because if the 412 train arrives for you, you were never supposed to stay in this world. This is not the only documented case. In 1998, a night shift worker in Berlin reported seeing the same train pass by his office window 3 nights in a row, each time at exactly 4:12 a.m. On the 4th night, he boarded it. His co-workers found his desk empty the next morning, but his computer was still on, displaying a single sentence in a language no one could translate. And in 2007, a woman in Buenos Aires woke to the sound of train whistles inside her apartment. When she opened her eyes, she was standing on a platform, holding a ticket with no destination. She managed to escape by following the rules, but for the rest of her life, she would occasionally find train schedules in her mailbox, all with her name highlighted. The 412 train doesn't follow logic, it doesn't obey physics, it exists between moments, slipping through the cracks of time like a ghost through walls. And the most terrifying part? You won't know if you've boarded it until it's too late to get off. So tonight, when you wake up at 4:11 a.m. for no reason, when the air in your room grows heavy and the shadows stretch too long, ask yourself one question: do I really want to look out the window? Because once you see it, the train sees you too, and it never forgets a passenger. Good luck, you'll need it.